So, it's been a wild few hours. I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I've been doing a little digging myself, and I have seen a ton of stuff as far as like the rebirth things go. The little newsletters, little news releases that have been coming out from Square Enix. Me fighting with the Square Enix website trying to reserve a copy of this game. Or the collector's edition at least. So to anyone who reserved a collector's edition, was able to get it, good job. I hope you really enjoy it. I really hope I can get one. So I'm constantly refreshing the web page over here to see if there are more coming in. I've not played the Star Ocean 2 demo. I'd planned to do it tonight, but there was just too much in that trailer to talk about. So we haven't done one of these in a little bit. The biggest culprit is because all of August I didn't have my computer, so we're going to start doing these again. I want to say first off, thank all of you who have come to the channel and supported me through all the remake stuff, and we're getting ready to go on this ride again with Rebirth, and then whatever the third game is going to be called. So thank you all. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all looking forward to my takes and my breakdowns and my theories and all that kind of stuff. So on the theory front, I will tell you that stock comes back in, might be a good idea. Yeah, somebody sent me one from there, Mark. I appreciate it, and I am following him. So on the theory front, I want to say, unfortunately, everybody is still right about their theories. Like, there are a lot more clues in this trailer. I think the one theory that has been debunked is the time travel theory. I don't think I think time travel is debunked. I know a lot of people in the beginning were saying time travel. No. Now there are people saying two different timelines becoming one. That's on the table. My theory has always been, the timeline changing while they're in the singularity. That's the whole purpose of the singularity. I'm still on that. But if you're on the other ones, we're all still right. I was hoping there'd be some concrete. I know Sephiroth's got the line at the end. He says the reunion is upon us, and he's talking about, two worlds becoming one or whatever. That's ambiguous. That's very ambiguous. So, he could very well be on the surface talking about two different timelines becoming one, or he could be saying the people from one reality or joining with another reality. He could be talking about completely different worlds altogether we haven't seen yet. So I want to go ahead and get into this trailer breakdown. The reason y'all are here. So let's go ahead and get into it. Go ahead and like the live stream if you haven't. Share it around. Let people know we're doing it. So we're going to go in deep. We're going deep dive on this. So I've seen some things. I've watched it a few times. I've picked up a couple things. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to cut the music. Boom. All right. And I'm probably going to turn the volume up just a little bit on the desktop audio. If the desktop audio is too much, just let me know, okay? All right. Let me switch her over. Wrong one. Boop. There I am. Okay, let's do it. Thank you, Kyle. I appreciate that. All right, so here we go. Let's start this from, well, that's kind of the beginning. Okay.
The world's ending.
This is Aerith's mother talking here in the beginning.
At least, that's what everyone's saying.
So, in the trailer, this is a quick shot. So, Zack goes to Aerith's house first, carrying Cloud, looking for Aerith. He has a conversation with Elmira and she's talking to him, and then he runs into town in Sector 5, finds Kyrie, however you say her name, and drops Cloud off to her, and then he runs to the church, which is where we get that scene at the end of Intergrade, where he busts in, he's like, Aerith? Aerith is dead here. Whatever is going on, if this is another timeline, or if this is the fused realities, which is what I believe, the Aerith that existed here is dead. And the only one that's alive is the one running around in the party proper. So that's right there. So kind of also given the timeline and sequencing of events here.
This sky, I don't like it.
Everybody keeps wanting to talk about the feathers and stuff too. It's just symbolism. It's symbolism, or it is the presence of another character, not Sephiroth, nothing like that. A presence of another character. And we are going to get to that presently. Look at this shot. This shot of Sister Ray is amazing. Wait, no, it's not Sister Ray. What's the one in Junon, the first one? Somebody help me out.
Ready to fire, sir.
Welcome.
Lip sync's a little weird
New
here.
World Order.
Looks like he's got his jaw broken or something.
Fire!
He calls it the New World Order. It's interesting. So this right here, of course, is where you have to march in line as a soldier. You have to, keep the TV ratings up and all that kind of stuff. You got the drill sergeants out here, right? And then you got the other soldiers lining the street. This is the parade. This is the parade. So I thought that was cool. Junon City Hotel. We've got all the different shops lining the area over here. And this right here might be a reporter or just a standard, citizen or something. One of those things. But, it's interesting because you've got reporters in that scene there. If depending on how bad or good you do, they praise it or they're like, who let that guy in, So it's that part's pretty cool. I love what all they showed us.
Just close your...
This right here, I do believe this is just outside of either Junon or Gongaga. I think it's one of the two because you can see the industrial stuff, they're building stuff here, they're working on stuff, but I think this is Gongaga because it looks like it's in ruins, like a destroyed reactor or a junk heap of some kind. But I think this is Gongaga. And I think you're on your way to Zack's parents, which is going to be interesting because Zack is alive now and he's going to be hot on the party's tail. But I think that's Gongaga. This is underneath of Junon. This right here, this is either a pillar holding up the city above Junon, or this is an actual elevator. But this is the entrance. So if this isn't the elevator that takes you up, it's back behind, because I think it's probably back here. Because you do have to walk through the town to get back there. And then over here, you can kind of see the walkway down to the shore where you're going to have to go down and save the girl and do the CPR game and all that kind of stuff. Now, we saw those pirate ships and stuff earlier. I think that might be this area down here. Those sunken ships, I think that all might be down here. But we'll see.
Listen, tell me you can't hear that.
Of course, yeah, this right here, I think this is the area below Junon. Like, if you were to up to the left and up the hill, I think that is where the party enters. So I think you come down from this way, right? And you come this way, and I think that's the way Cloud was running. If I had to, this is just a guess, of course. I don't really know, but Tifa, Aerith, and Cloud, probably a lot of people's main party, of course.
Rallying cry.
Planet runs out of energy.
Barrett giving Cloud another talking to, This right here, I have no second guesses. I believe completely this is Medial. You got the palm trees, it's very exotic looking. And we're going to get more to the Medial stuff here in just a minute. But I think this is Medial, your first trip through. I think things are going to be out of sequence because they did say, about a year or two ago that you were going to visit places in random order than you did from Final Fantasy VII. So, yeah, this whole thing just looks unreal so far.
And everything on it dies.
We can over.
And this right here, hang on.
Dies.
This right here, I think, is the
We can
approach.
Come our fate.
I think this is the approach to Cosmo Canyon. I think it's in that area. You've got is this desert and rocks and cliffs, and it's kind of got that red clay look to it. Like this could be the entry point and heading into that area. So I think this is the path into Cosmo Canyon. Lighthouse could be around Costa del Sol. Well, that was my second guess, Terrence. I just want to pick one and go with it. But it could absolutely be Costa del Sol as well. But Junon, if you think about it, military ships come in and out. It would have a lighthouse as well. So that's something they could add in there. But Costa del Sol, where it's a resort town, the reason I went with Junon, being a resort town, I don't think you're going to have like a lot of old sunken ships around. I think they would probably clean that up or whatever. But that's just me nitpicking. And I love this shot right here. Like instead of just this thing opening up or whatever, now Sephiroth slices the pod open.
Am I the same as
Because before it just opened up and he fell and he was twitching on the ground. And Sephiroth just started kind of beating on the pods with his sword. But now he actually slices it open. It's more aggressive. I like that.
human?
Okay, we're looking for Sephiroth. Think you can find him?
Yeah.
Sephiroth. You see,
I really like that Keiichi still has that like almost Scottish tone to his voice, but it's a different tone. Like they didn't change it. So Sid Highwind's still going to sound Southern, and I hope they get it right. Hope he's not like a oil tycoon, caricature of a Southern person, but like a real, authentic Southern accent. The voice actors are out there. You just got to find them. They can do it. And he's obviously standing on top of the Moogle, or the Mog.
so
the
you
Mog,
heeded
not the
the call
Moogle.
too, did you?
What are you talking about?
As you
Okay,
can
so this
see,
right here, the
your
speech, the
brothers
talking.
have- So you heeded the call too, did you?
This is Hojo talking to Cloud. You heeded the call too, did you?
What are you talking about?
As you
I said Tiny Bronco here. I meant buggy. I didn't mean Tiny Bronco. It's obviously not an airplane, but I meant the buggy. So this right here, I think you're outside of the desert prison right here. All this stuff, see how it's all wired up and everything? I think you're terrassing through the desert prison. And this right here is another ramshackle kind of shelter up here. But yeah, I think you're going or leaving the desert prison in this area. Hojo's got more to say.
can see, your brothers down there are.
He's talking about the other black cloaks going to the reunion. He said, "See your other brothers out there." This is new. Sky Chocobo. It can. So I read the breakdown on it online earlier. You can drift from a high place. So this is going to be key in like traversing different areas. I love whatever area this is down here. Like, and I tried to get a good look at it earlier. I'm going to mute this real quick, and I'm going to go half speed. Let's see. We're at 1080. What are we doing with this 720 business? Okay. Let's see here. So you got these big windmills here, right? Could this be a new area? Could this be, or is this just more of Cosmo Canyon? This might just be more of Cosmo Canyon. It might be bigger. Yeah, like if you, I mean, this is definitely the area of Cosmo Canyon. It probably is. I'm just looking for certain landmarks and stuff, but I'm not seeing anything. So it could just be expounded upon. Or wait. Is this Bugenhagen's place here? This might be Bugenhagen's place over here. I just don't see the satellite dish. Maybe that's what this is coming off of. Anyway, so let's keep it rolling. Anyway, beautiful shot. Sky chocobos. How dope is that, man? That is so cool. I love that Cloud's on a rascal and he's got like resort wear. Like he's like dressed for vacation. That's great. I hope that's not like some kind of gotcha stuff. So again, here is a over here we've got a lighthouse, and this is obviously Costa del Sol, right? So we've got a lighthouse over here, and that shot may have been them fighting outside of Costa del Sol, like leaving, because you've got some rocky areas over here. So yeah, so I might be switching my answer. I think that might be Costa del Sol where those sunken pirate ships are. Distance traveled right here. See that? That's cool. And it's got like a little silhouette of the rascal he's on. So it keeps track of how far you've traveled on said vehicle. How cool is that? Because this counts as a vehicle. Distance traveled. 1,315.78 meters. That's interesting. 1,051 meters to your target up here. So it's, and let's see, what was it? Accelerate and dismount. So that's going to be how you get in and out. Look, we said this game was going to be big. This game is going to be huge. This game is going to be humongous. Yeah, save not transferring. I feel like we talked about that a few months after I finished Remake. And my theory was, if they didn't just super nerf the part, that we were definitely losing our materia somehow, because that materia was way too easy to master and way too easy to level. I had a feeling that they were going to base level the party. Like they capped you at 50 to keep you from wasting your time, because they knew. It's almost like that first game didn't matter. Because they're like, you don't even have to play the first game to enjoy this as a new experience. So yeah, I don't know what they're thinking with that, but yes, he's vacationing, but he's ready to get down. He can still get down if he needs to. Yeah, Aerith sounds like characters such as Vincent and Sid won't be. No, I read that press release you're talking about. They were very vague. They said that some party members who join will be playable in the next game. I'm kind of okay with that if that next game doesn't take 4 years to come out. I want to play as Vincent Valentine this February. If that's not possible, I think it will be. I think Sid's not going to be playable because they haven't done anything with him yet. I don't think Sid's going to be playable yet. But Vincent, man, if you wait until the last game to make him a playable character, that kind of sucks. I'm not going to lie, that's going to kind of suck. Anyway, let's keep going with this breakdown real quick. Oh, let me get settings back to where they were. Normal, unmute.
Together. They're our best chance.
So here's something to look at, right? Everybody's like, oh, that guy, the black-robed guy that was at the Rufus speech, he's just one of the failed experiments. No, he's not. Look at these people's robes. Look at their robes. They are messed up. Remember the characters that you saw from the front in Remake? They were tattered rags. So,
It's finding Sephiroth.
Yeah, I ask because I suspect
And-
they're soldiers.
this right here, this symbol, forgive me if it's been talked about before with other people, but now I meant to mention this before with you all. It looks like two things to me. It almost looks like a broken angel, and it also looks like some form of Genova painted on the back. To me, it looks like one of those two things. This right here is Medial. This is Medial.
Suffering from cellular degradation.
This is the doctor in Medial, who I think it's going to be the doctor in Medial, who when Cloud is fished out of the life stream in Game 3, he's the one that's like, hey, he's got really bad Mako poisoning. He's got him in the wheelchair and all that kind of stuff. I think this is that doctor. He's got very Island Doctor vibe to him, you know?
Do not be deceived.
Now, this version of Sephiroth is the mental plague Sephiroth that is leading everybody to the reunion. Like, this is the programming inside of everyone's mind that is pulling them. This is not the sentient Sephiroth that we talked to at the end of Remake or whatever. So, this is the guide.
You know
The lure. This is the lure.
Trust in me.
Because it very much comes off as very generic, you know, programmed message, you know. Midgar Zolam, of course, fantastic. This right here is Junon. When after this is when you have to do the CPR game with the girl. I don't know if that's what they'll do in this game, but this is the boss you fight there.
Come on.
Awesome, awesome tech abilities. This actually looks like a devastating attack from Keiichi, I'm not gonna lie. Now, let me go back. This is outside of Nibelheim. So this is the approach to Nibelheim right here. And I love that we're getting so much game. They confirmed that the game is going to end pretty close to where I thought it was going to end. You know, they said the Forgotten Capital. So, you know, Iciclin will be past that, and then you lose Cloud. I hope they find a way to work it so that you lose Cloud right after Aerith dies. Like something, they abbreviate that somehow. Because the weapons are already waking up in this trailer, as we see here in a minute. So that's a little bit out of order. So there's some things happening. So let's continue.
On me.
I love this. I love this. Cloud, Sephiroth. Dope. Double Helix. They confirmed that's what that move is called online. And this is the thing that casts Trine on you. I wish they would show Trine. I really want to see what that looks like. Alexander. And this looks like Kujata? Yeah, it looks like a new version of him. What do you all think? What do you all think? Odin, of course. And I love the graffiti here on the side. Like, because Corel is like downtrodden and beaten up and all that other kind of stuff. And you know that one town we were trying to figure out what it is? It's a possibility it could have been Coral. I don't think it is though, because you would have seen Gold Saucer nearby, but it's a thought. But yeah, I like the graffiti because like it makes sense that a place like Coral that's all run down and impoverished and everything now, they'd have graffiti like all over everything.
Look!
I love that the battle arena sign is still like super gaudy, right? Like battle arena, speed square, choke. You can't see it, or not speeds. It's Chocobo Square. I forget what this one over here is like. Speed something. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I think it looks great. It looks really cool. Look at Cloud back here. He's just like, you all are goofy. What are y'all doing? Sit down. I forgot his name, but yeah. And what was up with Yuffie? She's got some very Wu-Tai garb on here. Some very like dolled up, going out night out of town in Wu-Tai kind of look. Pretty cool. The character models look much better on just the generic everyday people. This right here, I know there was some debate on whether or not this was Zangan or Dio. This is Dio. I think this is Dio because I don't think Zangan would be all about this pomp and circumstance stuff. I think he would be more like just a traveler, you know, traveling the world, martial arts. And this guy looks like a pro wrestler. Dio is supposed to look like a pro wrestler, so that's what this guy looks like to me. And then, of course, we got Chocobo Racing. Kind of looks like Mario Kart a little bit, but I dig it. The Chocobo Racing looks good. Looks good. And like, look, check out the. This is something I loved earlier. Like down here, look at these little things. They're meant to look like they're polygonal FF7 OG selves. So I wonder if you're going to be able to use all of your characters. Come back here, use all of your characters. They all have like a little polygonal interface down here. That would be so cool. Saucer Brawler. Cloud. This is so cool. I love that they just went in. I am so hyped for TGS now. It's not even funny. Because they're going to do a blowout of TGS. That was great. Okay, so right here, like we were talking about earlier, okay? This is him. Zack is desperate. He's worried about Aerith. He just talked to her mom. Aerith's not home. He's trying to get to the church as quickly as he can. He can't do it with Cloud on his back. He's going to run to the church now. And this is, you know, and again, whatever theory you subscribe to, it's fine. We're not here for that right now. My theory is, you all know what my theory is. It's butterfly effect. It's, you know, something changed back in time while they were in the singularity and the world around them changed. This is the new world. Okay? Kyrie, however you say her name. Kyrie, I think that's right. She has had no interaction with Cloud and all that other kind of stuff. And the things that happened in Remake with Kyrie and Sector 5, they now have not happened. So, boom. But you know, it does create an interesting kind of time paradox. But that's not something I want to get into right now. So,
Could you look after my friend? Just for...
But so, yeah. I saw Baby Seal joke earlier on Twitter. He was like, I guess this means Kyrie and all these people are dead too. I just kind of laughed about it. Because I know he was being a smart ass. So, but yeah, this was interesting. I love the shot of Rufus. So this guy, he's right back here. He's right back there. Look at him. This is not one of the black-robed guys. This is not one of the dudes in the black robes, okay? Now, he's sentient. He's not a clone. He's not mindless. He is... Now, if you look at the color of his beard and stuff. Now, I've seen a few people say they think it's Glenn. I actually talked with Baby Seal and some DMs earlier today after this trailer, and he thinks it's Glenn. I think this might be Genesis. Because the facial hair color matches his reddish-brown hair, his light, dusty brown hair. Glenn, I would think his goatee and stuff would be like blonde, like dirty, like lighter. Now, you could say that's what this is depending on the lighting, and look how good the people look in the background. Let's take a minute to really appreciate that. Do you all remember when I did those Genesis videos a couple of years ago? What did I say? I said if I were going to reintroduce Genesis and fix that character, I would put him in this world as an observer. What's he doing here? He's observing everybody. Who just marched by? Cloud. I don't think he's there watching Rufus. I think he's there watching Cloud, this person here. So, for my money, I think this is Genesis. Some people have said Reeve, but Reeve wouldn't have a need to sneak around like this. He wouldn't. He's probably there in a Shinra luxury suite somewhere, you know? I mean, he would have free run to walk around, do whatever he wants. And that's why he's got Kate Shee. Kate Shee is this for him. So he doesn't have... So that's him sneaking around. So this isn't Reeve. I know people think that just based on the facial hair or whatever, but it's a little bit longer. And if Genesis had just woken up from his slumber, he would have a little bit of a beard going on, maybe some longer hair, you know. But this is definitely not like a research specimen. His clothes are actually kind of well put together, kind of sharp. And so look, this nice neat buckle here, no tattered rags. This is a sentient character.
A weapon?
Tutelary creatures, set only to appear.
Now, I think this is really interesting too, because I was like, how are they going to do the underwater battle with Emerald's weapon? Right? So, he looks cool too, by the way. And so they're just underwater, like talking. So I don't know if this is another thing like they're in Bugenhagen's Universal Machine and they're seeing things, they're seeing visions, and because Red 13's talking to him here, so it's quite possible. Like maybe they go up into the Universal Machine and they get some more visions and stuff like that. And this could be one of those things. I don't know, but I know Emerald Weapon's not supposed to be awake and active yet. He's not. Unless he just stays under the sea like Godzilla. So, which is what the weapons are heavily influenced by.
Weapon?
Tutelary creatures, set only to appear when the planet is in grave danger. Who dares?
And here's a big one. This was a great one for me. Like, the Dirge of Cerberus logo. I'm going to have to step this one. I apologize. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Step it out. Step it out. So. I slowed it down as slow as it'll go and I still missed it. Okay, so this right here, that is Vincent's branding. Right there, the Cerberus logo right there. On the cover of Dirge of Cerberus, it's what's on the cover of his coffin. So I found that really interesting. And there's a lot. This stuff going on here has to do with chaos. So these aren't just like random markings on his coffin, right? This stuff means something. It's adhering to chaos. So I found that very interesting. I really wanted to kind of see what's on the sides here, but the more I slowed it down, I couldn't tell anything. So that was cool. And the whole setting here is just awesome. Vincent jumping out of the coffin, iconic. They kept that. And like Cloud crouched down here, like dodging the coffin lid flying off. Fantastic stuff. Just absolutely fantastic. Now right here, hang on. I tried to stop it earlier at the right spot. Right, yeah, so there's a frame in here where you kind of get a quick look. Yeah, it's Cerberus as he jumps out of the coffin. It's on his hip. See, right. Yeah, I can't seem to stop it at just the right point. But, yeah, anyway, it's there. All of his details are great. Like his greaves look cool. Like in his armor he's wearing looks great. I thought this was fantastic. I love how it's set up. Like he's got a TV. He's got a chair right here and a TV. He can sit and chill, watch some TV or whatever while he's reading his books, you know. I thought that was really cool. Super curious about what's in this box over here. That's going to be interesting. But Kate Shee, here's another thing I want to talk about. I did not care for Kate Shee at all in the original. I didn't care for Kate Shee at all in the original. I already like him way more in this trailer than I did at all in the old game. So, well, the whole party's not here. There's no Sid. There's no Sid in this shot. There was a part where I thought I sympathized with Kate Shee in a cute kind of way when he is offering himself as a sacrifice in the Temple of the Ancients to get the black materia. So I always thought, I felt bad for him there because the music was playing. He's like, I can help the planet too. And he's like dancing in place or whatever. It was a moment where I was like, oh, no, not Kate Shee. But then it was fine. It comes back as a light purple puff, and it was whatever. So anyway, all these books and stuff back here. I love the way the corridor looks out here underneath the Shinra Mansion. It looks old. It looks like some old underground temple is what it looks like back there. I thought that was fantastic. And the calls to all of Vincent's colors, the red and gold and black in the carpet, the lighting, it's very gothic. The mood is just right. Even the candelabra here, I fucking love it, man. It's so amazing. Everything in this trailer looked fantastic. So let's speed it back up a little bit.
It's upon us.
Oh, and Vincent's voice. Can we just appreciate
It's
that for a
upon
minute?
us. Who dares disturb my slumber?
I'm trying to think of who that sounds like. It sounds like a few people. It could be Matt Mercer. It could be who's the guy who plays Eraserhead in My Hero Academia? Could be him. Well, Jordan, that's something that was kind of brought to light years ago. I always called him Kate Sith when I first played through it too, but apparently it's supposed to be pronounced Kate Shee. No, it's not Alucard from Castlevania. That guy's got a much lighter register than this guy. Crispin Freeman. It could be Crispin Freeman, though I don't think it is.
Who dares disturb my slumber?
No, I don't think that's Crispin Freeman. Good guess, though. He's a great Alucard in Hellsing.
It's upon us. The reunion. When worlds merge.
So I think those three lines right there are not in the same sentence.
When worlds merge. It's upon us. The reunion. When worlds merge.
It could be. It could be in the same sentence, but I don't think... I think those are cobbled together to say that. So...
disturb my slumber. It's upon...
He says it's upon us, the reunion, when worlds merge. So, again, I said that at the beginning of this. I think everything is still on the table except for time travel. I think time travel's pretty much been debunked. But this is the singularity being created, and they end the trailer with this. So the singularity plays a role. It plays a huge role as we thought it would. When he says it's upon us, that doesn't necessarily mean it's coming. It's not happened yet. It means we're in it. It can also mean we're in it. This is happening as we speak right now. You know, these things are happening. So,
upon us, the reunion, when worlds merge.
Yeah, so Cloud and company being in this new reality. This is Sephiroth explaining kind of what's going on to somebody. He's explaining it to Cloud and the company and Aerith, or he's explaining it to someone else. I mean, who knows? But you know, it's a new world, and you know, whatever you want to call it, the new timeline, a different timeline, whatever, merging on with Cloud and company and all that kind of stuff. That's what's happening here. There's no time traveling Sephiroth. There's none of that stuff going on. It is one created timeline based on, we don't know yet, based on butterfly effect or based on some other kind of cryptic thing that we don't know yet. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Zack is alive in this time. They aren't going to show you that in a trailer. Everybody keeps saying, well, they haven't shown us that in the trailer. They're not going to. No, it's no way. Vincent should play like Dante, absolutely. Yeah, time travel is in the dustbin. It is marked and put away. It's in a box on a shelf with do not disturb tape on it. But yeah, I hope Vincent's playable in this. So anyway, they're recapping what happened at the end of Remake here. And they did say the beginning of the game will have a recap. So I think that's what we're seeing here at the end of this.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
That's the highway scene. What was that one shot? Sephiroth. Where's that? Was it right here?
Am I the same as these monsters? Am I even human?
Okay.
Wait, there's this
Looking
one
for
weird
Sephiroth.
shot where
Think you can find him?
Sephiroth looks at
Sephiroth.
Cloud with these bedroom eyes.
So you
It was super strange, man. I was like,
What are you
wait,
talking
what?
about?
I'm
As you
waiting,
can see,
Cloud.
your brothers down there are
This
having
is it right here. This is it right here. Bedroom eyes from Sephiroth. Right there. You are a soldier first class. But I also find it interesting. Is he not supposed to have his Genova eyes in this scene? I thought he wasn't supposed to have those until he went mad. But anyway, so that is the breakdown.
I'm waiting.
All kinds of cool stuff. I can't wait for TGS. I can't wait for what we see at Tokyo Game Show. It's going to be amazing. The box cover art for this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And that right there, God, I want that. I really want the art book. That's what I really want back there. But we'll see. I'm going to do my best to get it. I'll do my damnedest to get it. So anyway, thoughts. What do you all think? I am really intrigued by this part right here. And they are cheering Rufus Shinra. They're like, he's like a conquering hero. But this dude back here, I want to know who this is. This is an important dude, whoever this is. I think it's Genesis. I really do. I keep listening to that little and trying to think, oh, who could, what registers that? What tone is that? You know? Well, yeah, it's, you know, we know they started principal work on this game in November of 2019, correct? That's known. Jack from Ever Crisis. Oh my God, that'd be it. I've seen a lot of people saying it's Glenn, but I don't think the beard color works unless they change his hair color or whatever. I'm leaning toward Genesis. I think it's Genesis, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm really excited either way because again, this new trailer and whatever they're going to show us at TGS is really just opening the doors. And I'm glad they waited till now because it's not a long wait until February 29th. What about that release date? Leap year. Leap day, they released it. They're releasing this on Leap Day. How crazy is that? That's amazing. That was really good. That was really good they did that. Because it fits totally in line with the crazy shit that's happening in the story. A lot of people are saying it's Glenn, and it could be. But it's like I said, everybody's right and everybody's wrong right now. So it could be him. I mean, they're probably going to try to shoehorn him into the story now. So, but, you know, I mean, at that angle right there, yeah, I could see it maybe being a little blonde. I could see that maybe being him from that angle there. But I keep trying to see a good shot like right here. Like I really want to Photoshop that right there and clean it up real good. You're all wrong. It's Ezio Auditore. It's Ezio, baby. That's not Sid. Well, Genesis can grow facial hair, though. I mean, this will be the point in the story where he is just awoken from the slumber. He would have grown some facial hair. His hair will be a little bit longer. So, yeah. Just like Rufus Shinra could probably grow facial hair if he doesn't shave in a few days or something like that. Facial hair exists in Final Fantasy VII. Barrett's got it. Heidegger's got it. Lots of people have it. It's not Reeves. I'm going to go ahead and debunk that now. It's not Reeve. Because, like I said earlier, he doesn't need to sneak around like that. He doesn't need to be clandestine and in the shadows. It's Ezio Auditore. Bene. There it is. So, yeah. So that's the breakdown. That's everything I kind of picked out of that. Lots more clues as to what's going on, but cleverly, Square Enix has positioned those clues in a way that everybody's theories are still on the table except for time travel. So, but yeah, so I think what's the importance of Glenn? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even know. I don't even know what the importance of Glenn is. They want to sell him because he's in for a soldier or something. I don't know. I mean, or unless if that is Glenn, it would be something to do with him having a tie to young Sephiroth and being in his troop or something like that. But yeah, given Glenn's age, he would have had to succumb to cellular degradation much sooner, I would think, correct? Because he's like old. Like he's old at this point in the story. Or if he's still around. Yeah, he's got beef with him, Eric, but that doesn't fit Sid. That doesn't fit Sid Highwind. So I definitely don't. Yeah, that's not Sid. It's not Reeve. It's not Sid. I definitely feel it's either Glenn or Genesis. I'll put that out there. It's if you're on the Glenn Holbrook train, that's cool. I think it's way more interesting if that's Genesis. I really do. I just think it's way more interesting. Because Glenn, to me, not interesting. Yeah, Nelson, that's what we were talking about earlier. That's actually Elmira talking in the beginning. Because we were piecing together kind of the timeline. And so Elmira is talking to Zack and Cloud. Well, talking to Zack. Because I think Zack goes there to look for Aerith because he's worried about what happened. She's not here, yada yada. People are saying the world's ending. He runs into town. He hands Cloud off to Kyrie. He runs off to the church that we see at the end of Intergrade. He shows up looking for Aerith. No one there, you know. And so he's on the hunt trying to find her. But, yeah. So, Bob's your uncle. That's my breakdown. Knights of the Round. You know, I still hope my pitch, my theory for getting Knights of the Round is kind of still on the table. They said this game is 100 hours of content. They said it's going to be really good side quests and stuff to do. Not that side quest jazz from Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think they learned a lot from Remake. And for game 2 and game 3, I think they're really going to go hard on the lessons they learned on Remake and what they want to do moving forward. Rufus looks younger here to me. He doesn't look like that dude you don't want to mess with from Remake. He looks younger. He looks smaller to me, to my eyes. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. This game is going to be insane. This game is going to be massive. It's like I've been saying for a couple of years now. This game is going to be massive. It looks like, if it's not wide open, it is just massive, massive, massive zones. I like that it tracks your progress on vehicles. I like that it has so much stuff to explore. Looks like there's plenty of stuff to fight, plenty of places to explore. I am just gobstopped by what I've seen in this trailer. This little 3-minute trailer. I mean, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's really all I've got for this right now. I'm going to have some thoughts leading up to TGS and what I think they could be doing there. But it's, like I said last night, if they dropped the release date trailer today, that meant we were getting a blowout on this at TGS. And I think that's what we're going to get. So I think the marketing lines up, the marketing tracks. So with what Square Enix has done in the past. So hey, you know what, Eric? That's a really good idea. That's actually a pretty good idea if that's Roche. Not a bad idea. I still want it to be Genesis, though. I want a hard-ass version of Genesis, man. Like Orin. That's my wish for this game. But anyway, we'll see. Either way, it's going to be great. So we did get what we wanted. So, and yeah, adding this trailer, it was a last-second decision. Because if you go back and watch the original State of Play, the woman who's talking, her spots weren't edited. Except for the spot where she introduces this. It was edited on at the end. So this was either going to make it or not going to make it. So I find that very interesting. So anyway. I like it. It's brooding. It's whoever, we've heard one line from him. So the voice to me sounds very introspective and very introvert. Like he doesn't want to be bothered. Like I want an introspective introvert. That's what I wanted from Vincent. And super, super, tragic, gothic, romantic character. That's what I wanted from Vincent. And I hope they get it right, because Square Enix doesn't do romance well. He's a romantic, tragic character. He doesn't need to be romancing people, but his love story is tragic. And Square Enix doesn't always do that very well. They get too cutesy. They get too over the top with it, But anyway, I have got to hop off here. I've got to call it a night. But thank you all for being here. We were up to around 70 people watching at one time, so that's really cool. Throw a like on the video so people can find it in the sea of the algorithm if they want to come back and watch it on demand. I really appreciate it. I will be live tomorrow night discussing a few things about Rebirth and some other theories I've kind of got cooking in the old kettle right now. So if you're into that, stay tuned. I am going to go live on Twitch tomorrow night. We're going to dust off the old Twitch channel and start getting things rolling over there again. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I don't do this, can't do this without you all participating. So really appreciate it. I love the community we built over here. Now that my computer works, and now that I am winding down on some of my projects and things, I will be on a lot more. So Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love you. Have a great night. Be safe. Be good to each other. Keep rocking. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Take care.